She's usually the picture of calm and composure, of course, but fellow daytime presenter Holly Willoughby has revealed that she suffered from imposter syndrome during the early years of her presenting career. She said, I never really thought that I was good enough. I felt lucky that people liked me. I had massive imposter syndrome. And yes, I was underestimated, but more importantly, I underestimated myself. I find this whole thing about imposter syndrome really interesting in terms of what people mean by it. It's quite a recent term, and now you hear it a lot. But do you relate to that in any way, Leshurr?
I feel like I've always... Because I've always done music. I started doing music when I was 6 years old, so I kind of knew who I was from the very beginning, and I've been quite confident with that. But I think the moment I started to, like, question myself was when my sister passed. Like, I lost a lot of confidence, and I didn't even know. It just kind of happened.
Was it
and
2 years ago now you lost your sister?
2 years ago, which it still feels kind of like 6 months. It's still... And it comes in waves, but I'm regaining my confidence back and stuff, but it still felt like I lost a part of me. And then, you know, you've got the people, the pressure of social media and the people that know who you are. So, you know, when are you releasing the next song or album or project, and it's just like, I'm still trying to get over grieving, but it has been years, but still people don't understand.
It almost feel like you felt like a stranger in your own life a bit?
I did. Honestly, I did not know who I was. It was so scary, and I was, like, breaking down. I was praying and just asking God, like, what is actually happening to me?
Yeah.
I think I was going through, like, a midlife crisis or something. That's literally how it felt. So I was up and down, but I am regaining my strength now. But I do.
I mean, you said the word yourself, it's grief, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it does such strange things to us. I mean, in terms of imposter syndrome, what kind of worries me a little bit, but it seems quite a negative term, imposter syndrome, whereas I actually think it's quite a healthy thing in life to question yourself, you know, and to think, am I good enough? Maybe that's not... Well, when it goes to low self-esteem, that's not good. But I've always questioned myself. I've never thought I was the bee's knees. I've always, you know, sort of tried
I think it's only when you're successful that that word ever even comes up. It's only successful people that tend to mention imposter syndrome, because that's when they feel like a fish out of water. I think there are better ways of saying... You're right, I don't particularly like the term imposter syndrome, because who are you meant to be if you're just imposing to be this person that you are right then? But I think with the ambitions people have, when you reach them, you then question, am I meant to be here? And I think some people of a certain age do look back and go, I never thought I was going to end up here, and therefore that's the imposter. So for me, I genuinely feel like an imposter because I was... You know, I was 15, caught on the street. I know I've told this story plenty of times, but being spotted at a bus stop and being asked, do you want to be in a television show as an actor?
I still can't believe that story, to be
well,
honest.
It's incredible.
What's this story?
Well, the story.
I don't know this story.
Please don't. My family will kill me for repeating it. But, OK, 15, at a bus stop, car pulls up, casting director from Brooks. I can't find an Asian Scouser, which was very rare in 1988, I have to say, on telly. And so they just plonked me into this soap opera where I was an imposter. And that is genuinely an imposter, because I was just a schoolgirl. I had no ambitions to be... I didn't want to be an actress, like you were saying. Music was in your blood and you knew from 6 years old. I didn't.
Again, we shouldn't use the word imposter because, OK, you were a young girl who got an amazing break, but you made it your own, you worked hard at it, you had the talent, you grew into it, and you've built a wonderful career.
Now I'm not an imposter.
There's no imposter there.
But I suppose what that means is feeling, like, can I live up to this incredibly good fortune or good luck or whatever you call it? Am I going to be able to live up to it? That's really what imposter syndrome means.
Is that pressure for yourself or pressure from the outside world, your family, your friends?
It's both, isn't it? And I think there is healthy amounts of that. Like you say, Kaye, it's like, if you just were blithely going through... Like what you were talking about with your music, that's different. That's a real organic confidence because you're in it and you understand it. But if you're striving for something, like you said earlier, isn't it? Nobody starts being a TV presenter at 5 years old.
No.
It's often an odd route that you get to being a TV presenter, for example. So I spent years after being an actress as a TV presenter saying, when am I going to get kicked out?
Yeah.
You know, until I realised, well, actually, there's some parts of this that I've still got a lot of work to do on, but I've got something.
Yeah.
There. And that moment when you realise that, that's real maturity. Youngsters, if that's what you're feeling, that's one of the good things about getting older.
Yeah.
You go, oh, OK, this is a process.
Yeah.
It's not all worked out at the beginning.
No, and actually, if I had the choice between someone who questioned themselves or someone who never questioned themselves and, you know, was just absolutely, I'm the bee's knees and I don't have to worry about it, that's the person that I would be wary of.
They're the ones you avoid in the canteen, aren't they?
That's very confusing.
Really?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, I've always envied those people because they just seem to think that it's all going to land on their feet, and often they are quite lucky.
Now, imagine dating someone like that, though. Oh. That's what you've got to think about. How would they be in a relationship?
Have you got a story to tell us?
No, but I'm just saying.
It's a funny thing, though. The word imposter, again, suggests that everybody else knows what's going on apart from you. So it's almost like you've got to earn your stripes.
That's what I always say to my girls.
Yeah.
Says, everyone will look like they're totally confident, but they're all terrified.
Well, that's the truth.
I pump that into their brains all the time.
Yeah,
So I wish
nobody
I'd
knows
known
what's
that when
going on, really, do they?
I felt like an imposter on this show when I first joined. It was like, what am I?
Did I?
Yeah.
You think so? I'm the newest one here, babe.
So we have all gone through our own imposter syndrome.
Trying to look all...
Oh, God, I hope we all
with my
manage to get
papers.
back after the break. You shuffling the papers?
Yeah, just to
that's
make
good.
sure
That
I look-
always looks good. Always looks good.